I want to say a few words about my father and why I believe this weekend is so important. But don't worry, unlike Lionel, I won't go on all night long.
Prince William just humiliated Queen Camilla in front of the world, leaving her shocked and devastated. This royal power move has shaken Buckingham Palace, exposing deep tensions within the family. What did William do? And why has it left Camilla so emotional? Stay tuned as we uncover the full explosive truth. The public showdown that shook the royal family tensions between Prince William and Queen Camilla have always existed behind closed doors, but this time, their silent battle played out in front of the world. What was meant to be a display of royal unity quickly turned into a public power struggle, leaving Camilla visibly shaken and humiliated. At a high-profile royal gathering, an unexpected clash between William and Camilla unfolded, revealing the deep divisions within the monarchy. Camilla had made a request, one she believed was reasonable, but William's firm and public rejection made it clear that his authority was not up for debate. The world watched in shock as the tension boiled over in real time. While Camilla had hoped to secure a stronger role for her family within the monarchy, William's decisive move shattered those hopes. Witnesses described awkward silence, stolen glances, and a visibly emotional Camilla, struggling to maintain her composure. This moment was more than just an isolated disagreement. It exposed the power struggle brewing within the royal family. It was a reminder that William is not just the Prince of Wales, he is the future king. His decision, made in the public eye, sent a message loud and clear. When it comes to the monarchy's future, his word is final. But this dramatic confrontation didn't appear out of nowhere. It was the result of years of growing tensions between William and Camilla, stemming from a relationship that was never truly built on trust. The root of the conflict, a growing divide. To understand why this moment was so significant, we need to look at the long-standing divide between William and Camilla, one that has only grown deeper over time. When Camilla officially joined the royal family after marrying King Charles, William remained distant and cautious. His loyalty to his late mother, Princess Diana, shaped his perception of Camilla, making it difficult for him to fully accept her as a part of his life. While he maintained civility in public, insiders have long suggested that behind the scenes, their relationship has been strained at best. As Camilla's influence over the monarchy expanded, William became increasingly uncomfortable. While he has always believed in upholding royal tradition, Camilla's attempts to integrate her own family into royal circles made him question the boundaries of power within the institution. William feared that Camilla was slowly trying to secure positions for her relatives, something that went against his vision for a modern and structured monarchy. This latest public clash was not just about one moment of disagreement. It was the result of years of built-up tension. It was William finally drawing the line, making it clear that his leadership would not allow personal favoritism to interfere with royal traditions. The real turning point came when Camilla made one request too many, prompting William to take a firm and public stance that left her humiliated. William's non-negotiable decision, a matter of royal protocol. William has always been known for his firm stance on upholding royal traditions, but this time he took it a step further, refusing Camilla's request in front of the entire royal family. The setting was Windsor Castle, where a major royal event was meant to showcase unity and heritage. Camilla, hoping to secure a stronger presence for her side of the family, pushed for her son, Tom Parker Bowles, to be included in the exclusive royal gathering. While Tom had always been close to his mother, he was not a working royal. His presence at the event would have been a break from royal tradition. When Camilla approached William with the request, she expected a private discussion. Instead, William shut it down immediately and publicly, refusing to allow non-royals to receive special privileges. The rejection was not only swift, but unapologetic, reinforcing that his leadership was about duty, not personal ties. For Camilla, this was a deeply embarrassing moment. She had spent years working to ensure her family was respected within the monarchy, and now her efforts had been publicly disregarded. But for William, this was never about hurting Camilla. It was about protecting the integrity of the crown. Why William said no: protecting the monarchy's integrity. While Camilla saw William's decision as a personal rejection, for him, it was about preserving the monarchy's core traditions and preventing favoritism from creeping in. William has always been clear about his vision for a modern yet disciplined monarchy, one where personal relationships do not interfere with the strict hierarchy of royal duties. Allowing Camilla's son, Tom Parker Bowles, to attend an exclusive royal gathering would have set a dangerous precedent, one that could open the door for non-royals to gain undue influence. For William, this wasn't just about one event, it was about protecting the integrity of the monarchy for generations to come. His decision was firm, and he refused to let personal emotions cloud royal duty. He understood that, as future king, he had to set the standard for what was acceptable within royal circles. But for Camilla, it was an undeniable slap in the face. She had worked tirelessly to integrate her family into royal life, and now she was being reminded that there were limits to her influence. And as the reality of the situation sank in, Camilla's emotions became impossible to hide. Camilla's emotional reaction: a queen in tears. As the weight of William's rejection set in, Camilla was visibly shaken, struggling to hide her emotions in front of the royal family. Witnesses at the event described a rare moment of vulnerability from the queen consort. While she had always carried herself with confidence, this time she appeared hurt and humiliated. It was clear that William's decision had hit a nerve, bringing back long-standing insecurities about her place in the royal family. Camilla had spent decades fighting for acceptance, transforming from a controversial figure to queen consort. She believed she had finally cemented her role within the monarchy, but now she was being reminded that there were still boundaries she couldn't cross. The rejection of her son's presence was not just about royal protocol. It felt deeply personal. Behind palace doors, Camilla reportedly confronted King Charles, pleading for his intervention. But Charles, caught between his son and his wife, found himself in an impossible position. While he sympathized with Camilla's pain, he also understood that William's decision was rooted in his responsibility to the monarchy. Now, Charles faced one of his most difficult challenges yet: balancing his loyalty to his wife with his duty to support his son's leadership. King Charles, in an impossible position. As the fallout from William's decision intensified, King Charles III was left walking a tightrope, torn between his son's authority and his wife's emotional distress. Charles had spent his reign trying to maintain harmony within the royal family, ensuring that everyone felt valued. But this situation tested his ability to keep the peace. On one hand, he respected William's leadership and understood his reasoning for rejecting Camilla's request. On the other hand, he deeply cared for his wife and hated seeing her in such pain. Behind closed doors, Charles attempted to mediate the situation, reassuring Camilla that she remained an essential part of the monarchy. He also spoke privately with William, acknowledging the difficulty of the decision while standing by his son's firm stance. Charles knew that any interference on his part could undermine William's authority, something that would be damaging for the future of the monarchy. In the end, Charles chose to remain neutral, letting the decision stand while offering Camilla comfort. But despite his best efforts, the emotional divide within the family had already deepened, and the public took notice, quickly forming their own opinions on the shocking royal showdown. The public's reaction, a divided opinion. As news of the royal fallout spread, the public found itself divided, with strong opinions on both sides of the controversy. Many royal supporters rallied behind William, praising his commitment to upholding royal traditions and keeping the monarchy free from personal influence. They viewed his decision as a necessary step in reinforcing the boundaries of power, preventing non-royals from gaining privileges simply due to personal connections. For them, William's firm stance demonstrated his readiness to lead as king, proving he would not allow emotional ties to compromise royal integrity. However, others sympathized with Camilla, seeing her as a woman who had fought for acceptance, only to be publicly dismissed. To her supporters, this was an unnecessary humiliation, a moment that could have been handled with more discretion and compassion. They believed William could have found a more diplomatic way to set boundaries without making Camilla feel like an outsider once again. The debate quickly took over social media, with heated discussions about loyalty, tradition, and royal power struggles. Some saw this as William asserting his dominance, while others feared it was the beginning of a deeper royal divide. And as the media picked up on the controversy, they wasted no time spinning the story into a full-blown royal crisis. The media frenzy, how the press spun the story. The press thrives on royal drama, and this was no exception. Within hours, headlines turned William and Camilla's clash into a sensationalized battle for power. Tabloids quickly painted the situation as a growing rift within the monarchy, with some reports suggesting that William was slowly diminishing Camilla's influence. Stories emerged questioning whether this was just the first step in limiting Camilla's power, speculating that William's rise could mean a shift in the balance of royal authority. Some media outlets portrayed William as ruthless, depicting him as a cold and unyielding leader who was determined to assert dominance over his stepmother. Others hailed him as the strong, disciplined future king that Britain needed, someone willing to make difficult but necessary decisions for the monarchy's survival. Meanwhile, Camilla was cast as either the victim or the overreaching queen consort, depending on the publication's angle. Some headlines sympathized with her distress, highlighting how she had fought for decades to earn a place within the royal family, only to be publicly dismissed. Others criticized her for overstepping boundaries, suggesting that she had pushed too far in attempting to secure a bigger role for her family. With the royal family now in the spotlight, the pressure was on to manage the fallout before the situation spiraled further out of control. But while the media speculated on royal power struggles, there was one key figure who remained calm and strategic behind the scenes: Catherine, Princess of Wales. Catherine's silent but powerful stance. While the royal family dealt with the fallout, Catherine, Princess of Wales, remained composed, standing firmly by William's side without saying a word. Catherine has always understood the importance of royal traditions, and insiders suggest she fully supported William's decision. As someone who has embraced the monarchy's values with grace, she knew that allowing personal influence to dictate royal protocol could set a dangerous precedent. While she didn't publicly take sides, those close to her say she played a key role in reinforcing William's confidence in his decision. Catherine's presence at the event was poised and deliberate, signaling quiet strength. While Camilla appeared emotional, Catherine remained collected and unwavering, which only fueled speculation about the growing divide between Diana's legacy and Camilla's reign. The relationship between Catherine and Camilla has always been diplomatic but distant. While they have worked together at official engagements, there has never been a true closeness between them. This incident may have widened the gap even further, solidifying Catherine's alignment with William's vision for the future of the monarchy. one rooted in discipline, not personal favoritism. But this wasn't just a family disagreement. It was the public exposure of an ongoing power struggle between William and Camilla, one that has been building for years. The hidden struggles between William and Camilla. This clash was just the latest chapter in a long-standing silent battle between William and Camilla, one that has never fully healed. William has never forgotten the pain his mother endured due to Camilla's relationship with King Charles. While he has remained publicly respectful, he has always maintained a careful distance, never allowing her influence to extend too far into his own family or responsibilities. Camilla, on the other hand, has spent years trying to solidify her place within the monarchy, ensuring that she is seen as more than just Charles's wife. She has worked to expand her influence, but William has resisted these changes at every turn, committed to upholding the monarchy's traditions. William's decision to publicly reject Camilla's request wasn't just about Tom Parker Bowles. It was a message that her influence had limits. He made it clear that while she may be queen consort, she would never dictate the monarchy's future while he was next in line. And now, the consequences of that decision were becoming clear. Camilla felt betrayed and isolated, with a rift that would not heal easily. The aftermath, a rift that won't heal easily. The royal family has seen its fair share of tensions, but this time, the divide between William and Camilla may be irreversible. Camilla reportedly felt blindsided by William's actions, believing he had gone too far in making such a public statement against her. While she had always known there were limits to her influence, she didn't expect to be so openly dismissed in front of the world. William, however, stood by his decision, knowing that backing down now would weaken his authority. He had drawn a line in the sand, and reversing his stance would send the wrong message about his leadership. Behind closed doors, conversations between William and Camilla grew colder, with neither willing to concede. The trust that had taken years to build between them had fractured once again, leaving Charles scrambling to maintain unity within the family. As much as they would try to put on a united front, royal insiders believed the damage had already been done. The monarchy had suffered another internal blow, one that could shape its future in ways no one expected. But beyond personal tensions, this moment also revealed how the monarchy itself was evolving under William's growing authority. How this decision impacts the future of the monarchy. William's firm decision wasn't just a personal choice. It was a defining moment in the transition of power within the royal family. For years, King Charles had worked to make Camilla an accepted and respected part of the monarchy, elevating her from Duchess of Cornwall to queen consort. But William's bold stance proved that his leadership would not follow the same path. William has long been vocal about modernizing the monarchy while still protecting its traditions. He believes in cutting out unnecessary influence, ensuring that only those with official royal responsibilities have a say in how the institution operates. By blocking Camilla's son from royal access, he set a precedent that personal relationships will not dictate royal protocol under his reign. This signals a major shift, one that suggests when William eventually takes the throne, Camilla's role will not extend beyond Charles's reign. While she may be queen consort now, her long-term influence on the monarchy is already being reduced. But could this decision lead to an even bigger divide within the royal family? Many believe this power struggle is far from over. Could this lead to a bigger royal family divide? The monarchy has weathered internal conflicts before, but this one may have lasting consequences for its power structure moving forward. Camilla is not one to back down quietly, and there is speculation that she may seek ways to regain influence in the coming months. While she does not hold the same constitutional power as Charles or William, she still has strong connections within the palace that could help her push back against William's growing authority. King Charles now faces a difficult challenge. Does he continue supporting William's vision for a stricter, tradition-bound monarchy? Or does he step in to soften the divide and ensure that Camilla does not feel pushed aside? Any misstep could lead to further tensions, with factions forming within the family over who should hold the most influence in shaping the monarchy's future. The royal family has seen rifts before, from the fallout with Prince Harry to previous conflicts between Prince Philip and palace officials. But with William's leadership now taking shape, it's clear that the power dynamics within Buckingham Palace are shifting, and not everyone is happy about it. With the royal family at a crossroads, the question remains: what happens next for William and Camilla? What's next for William and Camilla? The fallout is far from over, and how both William and Camilla handle the next steps will define their relationship for years to come. William is expected to continue asserting his authority, reinforcing that his leadership will not be swayed by personal relationships. He has made it clear that his role as future king is his primary focus, and any attempts to blur the lines between personal and royal affairs will be swiftly rejected. Camilla, meanwhile, will have to accept the reality that her family will never hold royal status beyond her marriage to Charles. While she will remain a prominent figure as queen consort, her direct influence on royal decision-making is likely to be gradually reduced as William takes on more responsibility. Publicly, the royal family will attempt to present a united front, but insiders suggest that behind closed doors, the tensions remain high. This is not just about one disagreement. It's about a monarchy shifting toward a new era, one where William's authority is becoming stronger than ever. And that leads us to the final question: who truly won in this royal power play? The final verdict: who truly won in this power play? William has proven that his authority is no longer just symbolic. It's real, and it's shaping the monarchy's future. His firm rejection of Camilla's request showed that he is ready to lead, ready to make tough decisions, and ready to uphold royal traditions no matter the personal cost. Camilla, however, has suffered a painful setback, one that reminds the world that she is still an outsider in many ways. While she may have Charles's support, William's influence is growing, and that means her power is inevitably fading. The royal family is more divided than ever, and the next chapter of this silent battle is only beginning. What happens next? Time will tell, but the balance of power has undeniably shifted.